Hey, this is Brian Whitehurst from Edgy Concepts Digital Agency, and coming to you from Lions Pride Restaurant Sports Bar. It's a good client of mine, beautiful place here in awesome downtown Orlando. Today's the first day of my every Wednesday. I'm going to be talking to my fans and my followers about marketing, digital marketing, traditional marketing, what have you. I did put a post out there on Instagram and my Facebook page asking everybody out there to give me some suggestions or pointers that they want to learn about. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit very briefly. I'm not going to sit here and lecture and do a full webinar to you guys because I want you guys to do your own research, but I do want to help you out, and I want to help everybody out there because a lot of times, you know, there's companies, startup companies and everything. It's a tough world out there and it's very competitive. I'm hoping that I can teach you guys out there a little bit of something to kind of get you started. So today I'm really going to just touch on a little bit about social media marketing. Social media marketing, when I first got into it back in 2007, 2008, social media was still very in its infancy stage. I really hadn't found its identity, especially with business. We just knew we could talk to a lot of people and you could really reach out to a lot of people. Like myself, I found a lot of high school friends that I didn't know how to find, originally before social media came around. So that's really when I started getting into social media more. I actually taught myself. I went on the internet and I found, videos, and I found information from other marketing agencies that talked about social media marketing. And it's really revolutionized marketing today and how we can reach out and market our business. And I'll tell you, it's probably the most affordable way to market your business. If you're not doing social media, you're really stupid. It's such an awesome platform that you can reach out to millions of people. You can pick your audience. There's so many things that you can do with it. And you really need to embrace it though. It takes time. It's not just, and I'll tell you the first thing that I'm gonna teach you right now, that I'm gonna mention real quickly, is content. If you don't have good content, you're not producing content out there that can touch people, that strikes conversation, that there's a call to action to get people to engage with your page and ask you questions, then really you're just throwing stuff out there. It's like throwing spaghetti on the wall and seeing what sticks, and whatever sticks, it works and it's done. So social media doesn't work like that. There's two paths that you can really go on with social media. There's a busy road and there's an empty road. If you're just throwing content up there, you're driving down an empty road and going really fast with no result and no destination really. You're going down the busy road for social media and you're putting up the right content, you're going to hit a lot of good stops on the way, and that's going to produce you clients and produce you business and bring in revenue. And there's also the advertising side, but really your main focus has to be content. Video content is key because people can relate to videos. They can see see who you are or see what your product is about and your service and how it works. But you got to mix it up. And there's a couple things that there's three different types of content that I teach. My friends and my clients and everything else is that one, it's educational, and then there's informational, and then there's just something fun, something different, something that represents you as a person or anything. It can be humor, it could be serious, it could be a life event. So mix it in there, and you really don't want to overpost either, because it'll get annoying when people start to see you too much. Then they're gonna block you out. They're gonna block the content away. But you want to do enough. 2 to 3 times a week is plenty to get your face out there, to get your logo out there, because the more they see you, the more your name or your organization becomes really a household name. And it's really the key to social media, is to get people to know who you are, because you never know where they're at one day and they need something that is relevant to your industry, and they're like, oh, I remember that company on social media, and they go find you. So that's all part of branding. But with social media marketing, it's not just how many times you post, it's the type of content. It's engaging content, it's credibility, because if you're gonna post stuff about your organization and you're gonna post informational, educational stuff about your industry, you have to be credible. It has to be credible information. It has to be information that can be validated on the internet or anywhere, or in a textbook of some sort. So if you're teaching somebody something like I'm teaching you today, everything that I'm giving you today, you can easily find on Google or ask another agency or what have you, but I'm just kind of giving you the little inside scoops of what I do for social media marketing. So those are really some of the top things that you really need to focus on. When you're getting into advertising, start on a small budget. You don't need to spend $500, $1,000, $2,000, or $3,000. You'll get there. Test it out. And I'll tell you, the biggest pointer I can give you on social media advertising when you're running ads is you can't just do one ad. One ad isn't really going to get you anywhere. You have to be able to test ads out, different variations of ads. You should try to do 3, 4, 5, even 6 ads. I give my clients anywhere between 10 and 15 ads, sometimes 20 ads, because I'll test them all out, my team will, and then we'll see what ads perform the best. It just kind of gives a variety. And, you know, whatever fits into your budget, if it's $20 a week or $10 a week, try it out. But if you have a smaller budget, don't focus on a bigger audience. So focus on a smaller geographical area, because that way you'll get more bang for your buck in regards to advertising. Always include a call to action in your advertising, whether it's going to a website, whether it's a contact form, or whether it's calling you. You got to have that as well. And then pick your audience wisely. Obviously, if your product or service caters to people 35 and up, you don't need to advertise 18 to 30. Because then you're just wasting your money. So really think about your strategy for social media marketing. It's a great platform. You know, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. You know, those are your 4 biggest platforms out there right now. I do mostly Facebook, Instagram. Twitter's making a comeback. I have been on and off of Twitter for quite some time. I'm kind of getting back into the Twitter thing now as well, because it's growing. It's becoming more diverse, like Instagram, and giving you more options. But really, the biggest tip that I can give you right now, and I know this is kind of longer than I expected, but I really want everybody out there to embrace social media to its full effect, because with social media, you can market anything, you can sell anything, and save thousands of dollars in advertising and being able to, you know, build your audience yourself. But like I said, in order to build an audience, you have to reach out to people and talk to them, get people engaged in what you're doing, and get people to buy into, you know, your product or service or yourself. Because people buy for one reason, is they trust the person that's selling it. You know, you can have the greatest product in the world, but if you're coming across as way too salesy, or you're trying to hard sell people, or throwing all of this, you know, bullshit out there and trying to get people to buy something that really isn't relevant, then, you know, you're losing a lot of credibility, and people just aren't going to buy it, because they're going to say, oh, you're just, you know, too much of a used car salesman, or they're trying to push this in my face. So hopefully that helps, and hopefully that's some great information for you to be able to utilize for your business. If you have questions, hit me up on social media. You can find me, Edgy Concepts, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, and in LinkedIn, or you can friend me, Brian Whitehurst, on Facebook. I'll be glad to answer any questions on social media. My website's being worked on right now, so if you go to my website, edgyconcepts.com, you'll probably just see a contact form, but we're building a bigger and better website for you to be able to be more informed of what's going on in my industry. We also have a new brand coming out, Big White Media, so stay tuned for that. We're excited about that. But like I said, I'm here to help. If you have questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'll be glad to answer any questions you have. Hopefully everybody's having a good day, and remember, always keep positive vibes.